Here we go.
Hello, my name is Jeff. We're with me and a guest today to talk about Extra Life, and more specifically, what I'm going to do on Saturday, November 8th, 2025, in my fifth year of Extra Life, presenting the third annual Ghostnola Industries Cardio Souls Charity Variation Guaranteed World Record attempt. But first, let's talk about what Extra Life is.
What is Extra Life? Extra Life is a program of Children's Miracle Network hospitals with over 100,000 participants. Since its inception in 2008, Extra Lifers from across the globe have raised more than $132 million for local member children's hospitals. Money raised through Extra Life supports member children's hospitals, funding critical treatments or pediatric medical equipment, making sure that hospitals can provide charitable care to those in need and specialized services not covered by insurance. The money Jeff is raising this year is going towards his local Children's Miracle Network hospital, RWJ Barnabas Health Children's Specialized Hospital in Mountainside, New Jersey. Children's Specialized Hospital, part of the Children's Health Network at RWJ Barnabas Health, is the nation's leading provider of inpatient and outpatient care for children and young adults facing unique healthcare challenges, from chronic illnesses and complex physical disabilities like brain and spinal cord injuries to a full scope of developmental, behavioral, and mental health concerns. But enough about that. What's going on in the really important thing, video games? Jeff?
We're here with somebody today. But before we get with somebody, I have a special note here I would like to read about kind of what is the third annual Ghostnola Industries Cardio Souls Charity Variation Guaranteed World Record attempt. There's a woman, I dare say a brilliant woman, actress, podcast host, karateka, fiance to a literal clown who went to proper clowning school and has a whole clown persona, Miss Stevie Mattos, who was describing popular show Takeshi's Castle. I have applied it to teaching, and I feel it also applies to what I'm going to talk to Jewker about that I'm going to do. You're going to get fucked up today. You're going to work for this money.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Hello, hi.
Hey, Jewker, I'm glad to have you here. And I heard that you're here today because, quote, only cool dudes do interviews. Duh. But seriously, I'm always happy to help out a good cause, and I am glad you asked. Sir, if only the sugar were as sweet as you.
Thank you. I always appreciate a good Simpsons reference.
This isn't Scooby-Doo related, but it is a rumor I heard, and it's a rumor about you. You're familiar with popular video game series Dark Souls, and
That is true.
okay, glad that wasn't fake. I would like for you, if it's easy, acceptable, fun, to please share some memories of your experiences playing and or streaming through the series.
Years ago, probably around when I started streaming, I want to say 9 years ago, 10 years ago. I've been streaming for 11 years, just to clarify. I definitely didn't do it immediately, but around 1 or 2 years in, maybe 3, I started doing the Souls series, straight in a row. I started with 1. The way I did 1 was I was new to the series. I heard it was overly hard, but like fun hard. And I thought it was worth having every stream I had an expert at the series as a coach, and that was fun. I like that because they taught me how things were. I kind of, as I played Souls 1, kind of realized it's almost like a Castlevania-esque where you got to commit to the movement, instead of the whipping and the jumping, you got to commit to like the sword swing, but then there's also like a stamina meter. The hidden walls are there just like Castlevania. You got to come back with the new items. It's kind of why I love it. And the combat's really fun. For the first game, I really, really like, I want to say, probably 2/3 of the game, I think is incredible. I mean, you probably know the part that I don't like, even without saying, yeah, absolutely.
I went out of my way to learn a trick to mitigate and minimize a lot of that latter part. That's kind of how I got into this. I just didn't want to deal with some things in the game ever again.
Yeah. For me, some memories that stick out for the first playthrough is definitely someone explaining to me how I was never gonna find one of the best swords in the game. It's so rare; it would never happen. What are the odds of the Balder side sword showing up? They're like that's so rare. You're never gonna see. Literally, right as they're explaining it, it's the first drop of the enemy that I've ever seen, and I used it for the rest of the run. Everyone was like, "You're not gonna use this cool boss weapon." I'm like, well, "I don't know." The chat told me I got like one of the best weapons here, so
Might
I
as
guess I'm
well.
just gonna use the S scaling or A scaling Dex weapon. And I guess in a way that was kind of a bad thing because like I didn't really experiment. I didn't really try and use anything new because like someone was like, "Oh, but the Quelaag sword is so good. You know, it's so cool and it's a neat boss sword." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I bet." I think I even got the Black Knight Halberd. I was like, you know, I got this was a rare drop. It's funny. I gotta stick with it.
Here we go. Performance for you.
And
Some other Souls One memories that I just was reminded of. So one really funny thing that I just remembered from my playthrough of one that I think is worth mentioning is as you know, drops are rare, right? So you might know there's a part of the game where it's really dark and you can't see anything. So I didn't get anything to see in the dark. So I was like, I guess I'm just gonna do this without it. That was an experience to slowly navigate the dark and just go, well, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I made it work.
how did you like
Scary,
how did you like the big dogs when you found the big dogs the first time?
terrifying. Tried to pet them, didn't work out well.
I was again my with my it's essentially I guess paladin was how I was going with that when I
Mhm.
had the Black Knight sword, and I think I even had the Giant's shield, so I was just fully committed to tanking. And they don't care about any shield, let alone that
Oh,
shield.
they
They
don't know.
no, they're just they have decided, what if you don't get to have a turn, and then you died pops up.
Put your hands together if you wanna clap. As we take
So constantly at infamous boss ceaseless discharge,
Mm,
I was backseated and they were like, okay, here's how to do this fight. And I was like, well, I didn't ask, so we're not going to do that. And it took me forever to beat Ceaseless Discharge. I would keep coming back every once in a while with more XP. And like the camera's terrible, as you know, when you're dodging. And like if he hits you, you're basically dead. He almost like one shots you every time. So I just figured it out, killed him normally. Didn't even know there was another way. Well, I mean, I did, but like I didn't want to do it. I think it was like a personal pride thing at that point of like, I could do this. I don't care if anyone says it's impossible. I'm gonna do this because I gotta prove to myself that I can do it. And I just really don't like backseating, so like please stop.
he's the leader of the bunch. You know.
but yeah, Souls 1 has a lot of fun stuff.
It does.
Challenge runs, I think, is kind of where we all go eventually if we keep playing it.
Absolutely. I did a rando once. I didn't really have much to say on it, but like it was fun. You know, it's fun to explore it and try new options. I love seeing the crazy stuff. Like I think I didn't want to get invaded much, so I definitely didn't see like invader spirits. And then I randomly found some of the rando gave me like some of the crazy options, and I was like, oh, the Kirk armor. I'm like, this sounds terrible, but it's funny to just roll into everything, so I'm just gonna do it.
To kick some tail. Here's a coconut gun. Can fire.
There's also, a different other alternate category of challenge runs. Kind of the double dare world where you're just physically assaulting the
Yeah,
player.
the physical challenge.
Yeah, we're the physical challenge. And sometimes, it's the mental, do you know the game, and sometimes
Mhm.
it's the physical, and then sometimes it's both. Um, and that kind of brings me to our topic at hand, cardio souls, or how I have decided to spend one day a year while physically assaulting my own body in the name of charity while playing a video game using cardiovascular exercise equipment.
I respect it. You know, my girlfriend, she's always doing the stepper while she plays a lot of games, so I totally get it. You know, Souls is just the like you said, the nuclear option. It's just kind of like, oh goddamn, I respect it. That's crazy. It's a lot of focus while doing that stuff.
It's a lock-in game, you know.
Mhm.
It's although I don't think many people would classify it in the category of cozy games. I feel like once you have played it enough, it is a cozy game because you just,
I agree.
yeah, brain off, know what to do, let it happen.
That's kind of what Night Rain has become for me. Like today is Wednesday. They always put out the new updates when they do on Wednesday. So I'm like, hell yeah, Night Rain update later today. That's where I'm at because I'm always just like it's just cozy and fun to just load up and you know relax.
Yeah, what if we just had a good time?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna have a very bad time, and there's rules though to this bad time, like
Okay.
any game. So I'd like to read you these rules, and once again remind you you may interrupt at any time for
Okay.
clarification. So here's what we got. While playing the game, I must be using a stair stepper as my cardio machine of choice. Pretty simple, I feel.
Makes sense.
Okay. Unless a cutscene is playing, I need to be moving. There's an asterisk there. I usually forget. I usually forget because I'm too excited and I keep stepping through the cutscene. That's meant to build in breather for me. And I
Mhm.
usually don't take it. I usually have to have the peanut gallery who's, sitting behind me, remind me, stop. It's, if you've seen Forrest Gump where they tell Forrest to turn and stop, it's very similar to that. I'm a little too
It's
locked
basically
in.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was saying I actually before I knew you, I actually did lurk last year because someone rated in, so I was like, "Oh, this is crazy. This rules." But surprisingly, I'm a very shy person, so I didn't want to say anything and be like, "Hello, it's nice to meet you." But I was like, "This is crazy. I respect this."
It's I've recently learned of a Finnish term, sisu, and I feel like that's really what drives me through getting this done.
Mhm.
There's overwhelming odds. It's not the best idea, but I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
it happen. One of the ways, another rule, all glitches are valid.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's fair.
They're
If you can
yeah.
pull it off, especially by doing it on the stepper,
Mhm.
why not?
If if they didn't want me to do it, they would patch it out. And if you've played a FromSoft, they'll patch stuff out. We're talking Night Rain
Yeah.
updates. There's a big early Elden Ring one where you could pogo torrent through Caelid to avoid some stuff. They'll take things out if they don't like them. So
Oh
if
yeah.
they're in there, that's fine. Now, I played the Switch version the first year. I played the PlayStation version last year. I'm moving to PC this year. Each version has its own issues with geometry, collision, and tricks. And
They sure do.
yeah, my most needed trick is the one where you can turn one soul into 999 souls. And
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that one plenty.
on console you just need a controller. On the PC you have to use a mouse and a controller at the same time. And I'm also going to
I
be
did
on the
not know
stair
that's what
stepper.
Teddy's doing every time I see him
No,
doing
he's
the
doing it
enemy
different.
rando.
He's doing it different.
Oh, is he?
So that's again a version different. So I play Dark Souls Remastered. Good to bring that up. Teddy plays
Okay,
Prepare
that's
to
good to know.
Die, which is the original PC release, which has a whole different host. There's a couple that go back and forth. Like if you see in the Dark Moon Tomb, I actually shared with Teddy that trick. If you run and jump at the statue without the ring, quit out, reload, your standing up will make walls break. So that's how you can kind of
That
jailbreak
is
into
really
there
funny.
early.
I know from him I've also seen like what is it? Duke's Archive skip is crazy.
Oh yeah, that one's
That's a
like
crazy one. I don't know if you could do that in remastered. Probably not.
you can do that in it. I don't because part of the build I run also relies on sorcery, so I want to get Logan as soon as I can.
Big Hat Logan
Yeah.
is a true champion.
He is. And also too, as much as it is a speed run, I am also doing this for charity. It's not just, personal glory. So,
Mhm.
we'll get to how long speed runs go, but I am trying to pace it out so like we have a reasonable amount of time on playing this. And also, we're going to get to a rule where if I go too fast, that's going to be a really bad day for me. A really bad day.
Definitely
Oh,
makes sense.
here's that rule. Look at that.
It's crazy.
Jewker, as soon as I defeat a boss, there is a user-submitted donation-based beverage queue, which will provide me with a drink that I must immediately consume. I am at the mercy of the collective peanut gallery, both in the house, because they'll donate to mess with me, and,
Oh, absolutely. I've been there for charity events.
yeah, and watching at home. I've had water, great. I've had a Pepsi, just one, Gatorade, Pocari Sweat, nice things to get when you're, just
when you're exhausted.
to be blue, sweating balls.
Yeah.
Just it's nasty. I believe last year I was told, "You're dry. I'm concerned." So people did start donating to get me some Gatorade, which was very smart. That maybe could have been bad. Usually it's just alcohol. I'm just crushing
Yeah.
lots of beers. I'm crushing some drinks. We have, good friend of the show, Ryudo. He came up with a drink last year. Ryudo's Perfectly Cromulent drink. Shaken over.
That is how I found your channel.
Good guy.
So
we loves him.
he is a good guy.
If you would like to make Ryudo's Perfectly Cromulent drink at home, please shake over ice a shot of gin, a shot of any mimosa premix, a shot of Carolina Reaper rum. Strain that sucker into a glass full of ice and top it off with some Old Bay seasoning.
That sounded really good until the Carolina Reaper and the Old Bay seasoning. I was like, okay, I'm on board.
I'm not a, hot wings, hot stuff guy. It's a really good cocktail to sit and sip. However, let me just go back to my notes. As soon as I defeat a boss, there is a user-submitted donation-based beverage queue providing me with a drink I must immediately consume.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I can see.
yeah, that, no, just pounding that, not so much, not so much.
Yeah, you got to do the Estus chug. So I actually, funny enough, I knew you were doing souls, so instead of getting water, I went for some. I don't know if you can even see it in the cup.
Ooh,
I
I
got a
see.
Simpsons Duff mug. It's just OJ. It's the souls juice. It made the most sense.
That's good for you. I like that. So we have some other ones. We had, good friend Ilion had one.
Yeah.
Geez. It was Malort with a pickleback.
I've not had Malort, but everyone always tells me stories, and if it's Ilion, I mean, it's always pickles. I don't even need to ask. I just know it's always pickles.
I like Malort. I got to be honest. It reminds me of when I was.
What is the flavor palette?
So when I was a younger me, I decided I need to get healthy, as you do at various times. So I said, health. That's grapefruit juice, and I was buying the grapefruit juice that was concentrated. That you're supposed to mix with water. And I didn't know that, so I'm trying to chug down concentrated grapefruit juice and just taking a sip and going, it's good for me. And eventually I got fine and could drink it. And so that's kind of what drinking Malort reminds me of. It was supposed to basically be an immigrant to Chicago, wanted to make absinthe, but he did not have the correct ingredients.
You get it with grapefruit.
I get grapefruit. I've heard burnt eraser. Who's to say who's correct? But yeah, that and a nice shot of some brine afterwards. We had the flavor last year, popular internet drink. Some Gatorade Zero Lime Cucumber mixed with a can of Mike's Harder Cranberry. That was pretty tasty.
I see the cucumber Gatorade like all the time nowadays. It's kind of popped off as a flavor. Not that I've had it, but
it was nice.
I enjoy cucumber drinks.
We had the Gonster. I don't know if you know the Gonster.
What is that?
The Gonster is a can of Guinness mixed with some Monster Energy drink floated on top.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured the second I heard that. I'm like, that checks out. I don't really do energy drinks, but I would probably take one sip and say, yeah.
It was,
that's
for what I was doing, I kind of needed some energy. This is one from a dear old friend back in his college days that has always been on the menu but has never come up. The Rhonda Jeremy. Shot of whiskey in an 8-ounce glass. Top it off with Ovaltine.
Okay.
He swears it's good. I've never had it. I don't know.
Try that. Doesn't sound bad.
Jewker, are you familiar with popular TV show Home Movies?
Home Movies? Oh, I love it.
Okay, so
I love that show.
You know the yeast infection, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shot of rum topped off with some oat milk. I've had that one.
That one. Good?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I've not had it. That does sound pretty good.
Midge, my dear wife, did say you have to do a nut milk because I have to live with you and you can't just drink something that's gonna make you puke, which is smart. Yeah. She's smart.
That is the good way to do it. Is you can make some exceptions. Do oat milk, do nut milk, almond, whatever.
Oh, back to my my how I can do Malort, the hateful highball. Get yourself 2 shots of grapefruit juice, 2 shots of orange juice, and a shot of whiskey. It's it'll surprise you. It's pretty good.
Reminds me of I had so you always hear me if I'm in Ryudo stream talking about Aldi, and I'm like, oh my god, Aldi's got all these amazing finds. And so me and my girlfriend, while we were shopping one day, we found this like gummy bear in a can alcoholic drink. It was amazing. It was like a sour gummy bear, but like in liquid form, and alcoholic. So it's like an agave, I want to say.
I'm gonna
It might have been a beer.
I'm gonna look out for that
It was a beer.
because
Okay,
we discovered an Aldi near us finally proudly advertising that they sell liquor. Because
that's amazing.
as you might recall, formerly living over here on the East Coast, New Jersey's weird with where they'll let you sell liquor.
Mhm.
Ooh, another Coach McGurk special, very good. Fill a glass with ice, put in a shot of whiskey, put in a quarter teaspoon of hot mustard, add a pimento as garnish, add a parsley as garnish, fill it off with oat milk. That's another drink, baby.
Try that.
It's
I
it's
think
good. The
you know,
hot mustard really
normally,
makes it.
normally I'm not a big mustard fan, but I think the right things, mustard really works. Like, you ever made mac and cheese with mustard?
Oh
It
yeah,
works.
yeah. The Chinese
Yeah,
hot
that's like
mustard is what I've used for it,
mhm,
for the drink.
that seems like it would work.
Yeah.
Because like I remember I learned about the Panera recipe, and I'm like, there's mustard in that? I can't even taste it. And it's like, yeah, it just works.
Yeah. Oh, the final Coach McGurk one, which every year has come up, and
Mhm.
people watch me drink this. They swear this is the one that's going to make me puke, and they don't know that I actually like it because I'm just a sicko.
Mhm.
The Dirty Frenchman. It's a shot of olive juice and 2 shots of wine.
That doesn't sound terrible.
I usually go with red.
It just sounds like you've just got like a olive in the toothpick in the drink.
There you
Except
go. You got it.
basically the same thing.
Yeah. All right, so back to Dark Souls and reflecting on these drinks. There's about 26 bosses you could beat if you're doing an all clear.
Mhm.
Last year, I hit the incentive that I had to do the DLC before facing the 4 kings so we could get the alternate sad puppy cutscene.
The sad puppy cutscene. It's so
Yes.
good.
I refused to do Calamite because there was no reason to ever fight Calamite, but it was basically all bosses, all the ones that count, I feel. So you got 26. Typically, your baker's dozen to 15 is a normal route. So, that's a lot of drinks. That's a lot of drinks. And the last and most important one for me, and I think all of us, the Divine Right of Midge. She can and will alter any rules as she deems necessary or needed.
Hey, it's for the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the safety of myself and others, frankly.
Mhm.
So rules are out of the way. I would like to share some details from last year's run, and I have the list of the drinks right here. It has just been sitting on my desk for a year. I mentioned the DLC was included as an incentive. We usually have some incentives where a friend gets to make a drink, and those are pretty good. Last year I said, let's really turn this sucker up, because last year was the first year with, the cameras. So I created pain mode. I'm nothing if not an idiot. So
Mhm.
pain mode was I'm gonna strap extra weight to my body, and I can only take it
I
off when I
think that
defeat a
might have been
boss.
what I saw when I first saw you, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
was
had
I just remember going like, What's going on
who's
here?"
this
And
guy
just
dressed as
remember
Ness? I
suffering.
had a 1-pound weight glove on each hand. I did not have 2 5-pound ankle weights on because ahead of time there was another incentive, which was because everybody was saying you're gonna kill yourself doing this. So I said, all right, you donate $69, I'll take weight off before I start. So a friend donated, and I got to take the weights on my ankles off first.
I respect it.
Yeah. Also, during testing, I did one test stream to see how I would feel and how long it would take to get all the weight
Smart.
off. I soaked completely through all of the clothing I was wearing, and
Disgusting, but
yeah,
respect.
and well, that's why I had a change of clothes last year. Also, though, the stair stepper I was using, about a week later, it broke. So
Oh, that's unfortunate. I
yeah,
mean, hey, it's survived the stream, right?
no, I had a new one I had the one I was using for the stream was a replacement for the one that broke. And then I had 2 others brand new in box, just in case. Plus I had the one from the first year as like another backup. So like we were getting through this. And I absolutely had the weight vest on with a number of 3-pound bricks.
Oh my god, I was not expecting the brick.
Yeah, we got the bricks.
That's really good.
There's 10 of these bricks, so you don't need to be a mathematician to know The 10 times 3 is 30. So I had 32 pounds of additional weight strapped to my body for the first probably 90 minutes of the stream last year, if not
So
2
you're
hours.
basically what is it? You're Goku with the advanced gravity when he's on the way to Namek. It's crazy. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
That was my theory, that y'all are talking bunk, but I felt like I was gonna hit that exact point, kind of like Fry drinking the 100 cup of coffees in Futurama, where once I got this off, I'm gonna unleash my true power, and you're not even gonna know. Kind of happened, I guess. I mean, we raised money for the kids, so hey, bully for me. I'm just gonna move these bricks.
That's how the charity streams go. Like I was just doing the other day, a couple days ago on I believe it was Sunday. Today is, I believe it's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
So I was just doing a charity for St. Jude's, and I sometimes you just gotta suffer for the kids.
You suffered for the kids?
Of course I suffered for the kids.
How could you possibly suffer for the kids?
Well, I was doing DK64 crowd control rando, and I don't know if you know this, but the DK rap.
Here we go.
Finally here, performance for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this monkey rap. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. DK, Donkey Kong. DK, Donkey Kong is here. His cards got style, so listen up, dude. She can shrink in size to suit her mood. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can go through the air and climb up trees. If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong. With a skip and a hop, she's one cool car. He has no style, he has no grace. This car has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to, and stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself just like a balloon. This crazy car just digs his tune. DK, Donkey Kong. DK, Donkey Kong is here. He's back again and about time too. And this time he's in the mood. He can fly real high with his jetpack on, with his pistols out. He's one tough call. He'll make you smile when he plays his tune. But gremlins beware, 'cause he's out. Donkey Kong. Finally, he's here for you. It's the last member of the DK crew. This Kong's so strong, it isn't funny. Can make a gremlin cry out for money. Can pick up a boulder with relative ease. Makes crushing rocks seem such a breeze. He may move slow, he can't jump high, but this Kong, one hell of a guy. Come on, Cranky, take it to the fridge. Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut. Lasts roughly 188 seconds.
Okay.
And at any point, no matter what I'm doing, someone could just warp you to the DK rap.
Here we go.
Finally here, performance for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this monkey rap. DK, Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the
I pick up a boulder with relative ease. Make cushion rock, seems such a breeze. He may move slow, he can't jump high, but this car, one hell of a guy. Come on, Cranky, take it to the fridge. Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut.
Crowd control. 'Cause crowd control, for those of you who don't know, basically there's a plugin that is on the stream overlay. It's like over there. There's like a pop up somewhere, and then they can spend money, and there's a menu, and they could use the coins to activate anything at will. It has to happen. You are at the mercy of the people watching. They will make sure that you never want to stream again after this. And I love it. Honestly, it's great. Affectionate. It's so I'll be doing anything, and they'll just be like, start over. You're going to the DK rack.
Here we go. Performance for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap. As we take you through this funky rap. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. DK, lucky duck. DK, lucky duck. He's a hard start style, so listen up to. She can shrink inside to suit her mood. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can go through the air and climb up trees. If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong. With a skip and a hop, she's one cool frog. DK, lucky duck. He has no style, he has no grace. This car has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to. And stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself just like a balloon. This crazy car just digs his tune. DK, lucky duck. DK, lucky duck. He's back again and about time too. And this time he's in the mood. He can fly real high with a tic-tac car with his pistols out. He's one tough call. He'll make you smile when he plays his tune. But heavens beware, 'cause he's DK, lucky duck. Finally, he's here for you. It's the last member of the DK crew. This song's so strong, it isn't funny. Can't make a friendly money. Now pick up a boulder with relative ease. Make cushion rock, seems such a breeze. He may move slow, he can't jump high, but this car, one hell of a guy. Come on, Cranky, take it to the fridge. Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Oh yeah, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut.
You gotta sit here. It got to the point where every DK rack.
Here we go. Performance for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap. As we take you through this funky rap. DK, lucky duck. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. DK,
for like 3 minutes. So I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna get up for 3 minutes and just go take a break. I'll be right back. This is a perfect opportunity for me to get up, grab a drink, go to the bathroom. I'd come back and just be like, oh, it's still going. And it would happen so much. Sometimes it happened 6 times in a row or 7. Sometimes they would spawn. There's an enemy for anyone who's played DK64. You never see it in the main game. Outside of where it's supposed to show up, it's called the Cop with a K. It is a dude with a little walkie-talkie and a flashlight. If he sees you, you just instantly die. So they would do the DK rap.
Here we go. We're gonna call you. If you know the word, you join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap. Represent the truth. This monkey rap. The DK. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. He's a token of gun. Can fire express. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. The
Spawn the Cop immediately after. Sometimes they would wait and just to scare me because they'd be like, well, he's expecting it, right? So I'm just like,
It's coming. I know it's coming.
okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. And so it's like, give it like 30 more seconds. And I'm like, okay, so we're going to do this. Like, no, it's like, nope, sorry, Cop, get out of here. Go back to the DK rap. It was great. We raised a total of 4,800. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, hot dog.
Yeah. Any money for the kids is money.
Yeah,
They deserve it.
they should. Help in this terrible world in which we're finding ourselves in. I mean, whatever you can do to help, you might just
No, absolutely.
one foot after the other. That's why we're
I
here.
will always put on the clown makeup for the kids.
This guy gets it. Wait, there you go,
Seriously.
hands. This guy gets. I'm pointing correctly now.
One
I
of
gotta
these
think
ways, yeah, yeah.
backwards. Yeah. We got some drinks we talked about that were on the table. Let's look at the order, you know? And I'll list them off number-wise. Also, there's some gaps in here because things got a little heated. We had some incentives. I added in that people could pass one of my drinks to the peanut gallery, which I didn't tell the peanut gallery about until the run was already going, so they loved that. But they were good sports.
Oh, I love doing that for charity streams. I'm just like, yeah, you're a part of this. I lied to you, didn't tell you anything. You got to do it. They already donated the money, so
I said if
they
you're
give me
in
the look.
I said if you're in the green zone, you're on camera. If you're on camera, you're part of this. And we had a whole thing set up on the other side of the basement that you could be off camera the whole time. It's like I feel like I was reasonable, you know? All right, drink number one, getting out of the asylum, the hateful highball, you know, grapefruit juice, orange juice, some whiskey. Number two, my wife made a cocktail for me. Number three, the Dirty Frenchman. Number four, my buddy, the famous Monster, had to make a cocktail. Number five, just a nice shot of Malort. Just a shot of Malort.
I'll definitely have to look for the Malort because, you know, again, pure curiosity's sake, everyone keeps talking about it.
You can just buy it direct from them. They'll send it to you. They'll let anybody buy it. They don't care. Number six, Big Wave, just a nice little light beer. You know, nothing crazy. Number seven, the Smoker's Cough. The Smoker's Cough is one of those gimmick drinks, and the gimmick of this drink, the liquor's irrelevant. You put a dollop of mayo in there. That's a Smoker's Cough.
I would try that.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay.
I've done my own mixing of drinks at the end of last year. I'm a big Blue Stinger and Ill Bleed fan, and everyone was like, you might have seen Ryudo doing this. We didn't know what a Hassy was, and I got invited, and it was like, what's a Hassy? And then nobody knew, so we were trying to figure it out, and we were coming up with different interpretations. And I'm the only one, you could see it in the background, the little white tower around where my finger is, like right there, is the Soda Stream. So I was like, well, I could just carbonate anything.
You can.
So I just did a thing at the end of the year, which I'm going to do again this year, of just people can pay to have me just mix whatever and carbonate it. And I just want to say personally, fuck you to Teddy. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. You might have to censor that,
swear.
But okay. So
Teddy, let's just put this out here.
How...
Teddy is my Pegasus, my unicorn, the person I ask every time I do this, and does give a little polite, no thanks. So appreciate it, Teddy. But Teddy's the one we're trying to get, the white whale.
Teddy was so funny. He had me basically have a deconstructed carbonated pie. It was called "I fucked up this pie." was what he gave me. It was real fucking bad. It was awful. It was awful. I think I have the ingredient list somewhere. Let me see, because I saved all these on a Google Doc.
Yeah. All right. I'll while you're looking. Yeah. So in addition to the Smoker's Cough, they let me hydrate. So I think I had a Gatorade. Then after that, I had to hydrate. But don't worry, somebody pushed a drink into the queue, so I got to drink a Gatorade. But then I had to drink the flavor, which does take Gatorade. So, you know, I think it evened itself out.
Okay, I found it. It's butter, milk, and peach was what it was.
Okay.
So yeah, the carbonated butter was just awful.
Yeah, that sounds, I mean, I would do that, but like it would be coming up with, I guess, like a vegan butter and, you know, a nut milk, so that I can
I don't know
to the
if you've ever thought of doing anything with like a Soda Stream. It could be fun to make a different take on a drink if you just like carbonate it just a little bit.
I mean,
could add a different flavor.
I'm sure if I asked around somebody that pops in, has a Soda Stream, would they be willing to let me befoul it? I don't know, but that could be a nice option of you must Soda Stream the drink.
Yeah, having one, I tried regular water and I just tried it like carbonated. My brain and the other people's brains too assume it tastes like lemon. I don't know why, but if you carbonate water, it just like, this is lemon flavored now, even though there's nothing in it other than bubbles. It tastes like lemon, and I cannot explain it at all how that is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's a good one that I like that we'll bring back. Mystery beer roulette. So I took about a dozen beers and I put painter's tape around to gaff them up real good and just numbered them. And who knows what you're getting. There were some, booby prizes in there, like a can of seltzer, some sodas, but then there was also specialty drinks like a candy corn cider, which I did send to Ryudo as a thanks for
try
helping
that.
out.
That seems like something I would do.
But again, you got to remember, I have to pound these drinks. I don't get to sip them. So
You don't get to savor them.
no, there's no savoring. It's just, okay, get it in, go again. Then after that, we had the Ilion special, some Malort and, pickle brine. Nice little big wave. Another mystery beer roulette. The wheel of the worst drinks. So some of those drinks, like the Coach McGurk, that's what we were spinning from there to get those. That's always a fun one. We had another mystery beer roulette. We had another wheel of the worst drinks. We had another mystery beer roulette. We had another mystery beer roulette. These were really catching on as we got to the home stretch. We had Ryudo's perfectly cromulent drink to finish it out, and then somebody, right as it was about to come to me, they passed it off to the peanut gallery, and I got to drink a Gatorade instead. And I got to say, I was actually looking forward to that because there was only 3 more bosses to go at that point, and nobody wrote down what the last 2 drinks were before the final one. It's in the video. The video is 8.5 hours long. I had to do the DLC, and I don't regret going 8.5 hours. It was like 43,000 steps, which it's a lot. That's a lot of steps.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of steps.
I assume you've got a step counter.
Oh yeah. So if you haven't seen it, I built a little rig, a wooden rig that goes around the stepper. And then I got one of those infrared light beams that you'll see at museums, that when the beam is broken, there's a little counter that increments the little tick of dues. So that's on screen when we're doing this. So you'll know how far I'm going, and you can kind of catch the rhythm. Yeah, no,
I was actually going to ask if you had the Pokemon one, because apparently it's supposed to be like the most accurate one you can get. Which is weird.
I want to have a webcam on it, so that's why I went with this system. If I
that makes sense. It's definitely tiny.
If I was better at engineering stuff, I would find some way to wires and Raspberry Pis, get myself an input on the computer. But alas, again, mathematician. I'm kind of qualified for a lot, but explicitly nothing.
You have a theoretical degree in physics. Like
there you go. Yep, you got it.
I just won the lottery. The only lottery that matters.
There you go. And then finally at the end, I said after I defeated Gwyn that I would Stone Cold Steve Austin 2 beers, and they were the Stone Cold Steve Austin beers. When we got to that point, the Divine Right of Midge had to be, applied. And if you're not familiar with good old Stone Cold Steve Austin, when he drinks beers, it is, you're smashing them and pouring them down.
Them together, yep.
There was like, you're at a Gallagher show, Splash Zone taped off in the basement. Like, I was ready for this. I was so exhausted. I was just like, I don't have this in me. I drank one of them, and the monster stepped in, as all good friends do, and drank the other, and we felt, 2 beers got drunk.
Yeah,
and
you stone colded it, but like as a friend, friendship.
There's a little known fact. Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin used to be Stunning Steve Austin, and Stunning Steve Austin had a good friend, Flying Brian Pillman, and they were a little tag team, the Hollywood Blondes. So I felt I stayed true to character.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it just works.
Oh yeah, no, those archipelagos are a lot of fun. I have done Souls 3 for that once, and it was definitely the load-bearing pillar. And you were definitely you saw the recent one.
I saw Envy going.
I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna finish last. I was like, this is it's a load-bearing pillar. I mean, there's so many checks, and they were all at the start. And I was like,
I saw NB just like, well, I just need one thing. I'll just go hunt around. Lucky duck.
Yeah, I was pretty mad. I don't know if you could tell. I was pretty mad about that. I was just like, you know what? Sure, yeah, no, be done with the game. Don't check the other 90% of the game. I had to do so much. I had to go all the way in my run to where's the area where it's like a really vertical area and there's a lot of wooden ladders you have to climb.
Oh, geez, yeah, the where the throne watchers are.
Yes, that's how far I had to go in Souls 3
That's not a
when
fun
I was doing it.
place ever.
It's not a fun place. It's pretty deep into the game. No, I wasn't doing DLC, but this was a few games with one other friend. We were each doing a few games, and it was just very funny to be like, this is where all the progress is. And like once I got the stuff I needed to beat everything else, I was just like, okay, I guess I could just beat the game. And yeah, that was the last one to finish.
I had to, hey, we mentioned it earlier. Here's a callback. I had to fight the Bed of Chaos. But thankfully, I can do Toki bombs, so I didn't actually have to engage with the boss. You should never engage with that boss.
That's true. I think believe it or not, I think it took me like second try, I want to say I got Bed of Chaos, because you just have to make the jump. That's it. Like, it's pretty bad. Nobody likes the platforming in Souls 1 or 2 or really 3.
Elden Ring is where I got okay with platforming, because there's a real jump button.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Wild.
I think the real issue is just if you get swatted out of the air by the like that.
Oh,
that's all that matters.
I would never know about that. That's never happened to me.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
I remember I had won though, and like the fire was still going down there, and I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me! Like, stop! You are dead. Go away."
It's still gonna get you. I got by it a little bit last year, so again, at that point, we're talking. I'm at least 12 drinks deep into this, and who knows how many hours of cardio. I got the first Toki bomb throw. So Toki bomb, so those that don't know, you need a bow and you need some fire bombs. You use the bow, you aim at a place on one side, you aim at a place on the other, you throw a bomb, you don't have to deal with it, you just dial down the center, you're good. First one, fine, great, just like I practiced. Second one, just off center enough it didn't take. So now it's awake and it's flooding me with fire, as you mentioned. So I had prepared for it, and I had gone through Pinwheel, so I had 20 chugs, and I said, all right, well, 20 will be enough. I can recenter, whatever. I ran out of all my Estus. I managed, while this was going on, to change my armor to be whatever could suck up the most fire damage. I think I had to pop a couple humanities, but I did manage to, I couldn't get lined up again, but I just got lucky aiming in the right direction, got it through, and got the hell out. But it was about 90 seconds of chaos trying to correct that. I did it.
I think, if I'm remembering this correctly, the best flame armor, if you just want fire defense, is what Ceaseless Discharge is crying about, because that's his like sister or something that died, and yeah, it's really good for fire negation. It's kind of just like cloth though, so it's not like it matters in Souls. You get hit like twice and you're dead anyway.
Well, Souls 1 is the one that has poise means something. So you can't throw Wolf Ring on to kind of circumvent that. But like that I managed to switch out anything was just, I wasn't going to push. There was only so far I could push my luck. But yeah, I got through that. Yeah, 7 hours is kind of my target time. I think year 1 was around 6. This one was 7 and change, trying to line up time zones and goofery and bringing in money. This at the complete end, because we did a bonus stream last year. We did good old Santa Grenda in the Land Between. We just did seamless co-op of Elden and just blasted through. We
such a good game.
Came in just shy of $4 grand. So this year, if we get there, great. We're aiming for 2,500. Fantastic. Everything's good. There'll be a bonus stream again. We have some people lined up for it. That's for later. But Jewker, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
I'm old. I'm middle-aged here. You've heard about this run. You saw a bit of it last year. What sort of pitfalls, perils, comments, concerns do you have about me? Once again, just throwing myself at the wall to get through this.
I don't know about you. I am, despite the incredible muscles that you can obviously see, I have, the peanut gallery over there laughing off camera. She's laughing so hard and pointed at me. But yeah, I don't really work out much. I do push-ups, I do sit-ups. That's enough for me. But I definitely can't do much of the cardio. So like, I don't know how you do it, but respect. Hydration, always good. That's what I would say is the biggest concern.
Have you seen Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior?
I have.
Okay, so the leg brace. It's basically like I'm I got all sorts of support stuff on. I got knee braces that are metal hinged. So I played.
Makes sense.
I wasn't a stellar or superior athlete, but I had some gumption. So I played well beyond my ability, and took some hits for it. I did all of the youth sports that mess up your back and knees. So I was a catcher,
Ooh,
I was a wrestler, I played a little town football. So yeah, I need the metal keeping things from wibble wobbling over.
makes sense.
Yeah, it works. I guess I really don't have much, but let's say we're in a bizarre world because you do challenge
Okay, shoot,
runs.
yeah.
Let's say
I've
you
done my
were
fair share of
forced,
stupid stuff.
you were forced to do
Okay.
this. You were forced to do cardio souls, Dark Souls 1, start to finish. You gotta drink beverages after bosses. It could be Teddy giving you bad deconstructed food every time to soda stream. It could be light beers. It could be Malort. Who's to say, right? It's up to the people. Um, what's one song you would like to listen to while going through all of this?
Ooh, that depends if this is. I'm going to assume no licensed music because stream safe. But
Yeah, it could be the separate
I,
track that doesn't go out on the VOD. You had to pick a song that you knew through your own experience you could play just on a loop for however long it takes you and not get, copy struck. What are you going to go with there?
I could just do any music. Like I will listen to the same music on loop for like 20 hours and forget that I'm doing that. Okay, all right, secret. I'm going to admit to this.
Sure.
This is funny. So I'm probably going to get a laugh out of her off cam. Years ago, like right before Nyan Cat ever became a meme. This is how old it was. But it was just a Toho thing of just like an anime girl dancing. I had that on loop for like 24 hours one day and just just heard that all day and it was fine. Didn't even really care. It's just funny. It's something I haven't even thought about until just now. Like that's how like locked away that was. I'm like, oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I could just listen to anything. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
It's definitely one of those. Just put it on. I will enjoy it, and it'll work. I just need any noise.
Okay. Well, I guess one last question. If I was gonna go to twitch.tv/the Jewker, what sort of entertainment am I gonna find there? Because we're plugging.
I'm glad you asked. I do a lot of different retro and variety stuff. I love doing research. I mean, hey, you said it yourself, teaching, all that stuff. I love talking about the history of games, looking up a theme, doing tons and tons of research into that subject, providing it, talking about what's really cool. Maybe it's like, oh, here's this super niche thing. Like everybody knows this console, everybody knows that console, but like, did anyone really play like the N-Gage? I've streamed the N-Gage. It's one of the few things where I was like, who in the chat honestly can raise their hand and go,
I saw it in Kmart. That's the extent. Yeah, I remember
that's the
seeing it in
most you
Kmart
probably did. Yeah.
next to those original American release Dragon Ball Z toys that were atrociously colored and shaped.
They were pretty bad.
Yep.
So that was kind of the experience of just like some of the streams I do of just like let's look something up. I have my eyes right now. I'm trying to get it working. No promises. Someone just dumped iPod games and like there's like a whole setup for that. And I really, really want to try that if I can get it working this Sunday. I doubt it will be ready by then because there's a lot of work I got to do. But it's definitely one of those things where I looked at it and said, oh my God, this is so out of nowhere, but so like niche and silly that I need to do this. And like every time something niche and silly comes out, I'm just like, I gotta look at this. This is gonna be really fun.
How could I not?
Have you heard of the Zeebo? It's the Brazilian console that they got because Brazil it's very hard to do gaming. They have to bootleg everything, and they love the Genesis and the Master System.
Yeah.
It's kind of all they got. So they had another console called the Zeebo, and it was kind of the do-all for a while, and they don't make games for it anymore. But like a year ago, someone put out an emulator for it, and I tried the 3 games that work so far, and one of them was terrible. One of them was okay. And then the third one was incredible. It was Zeebo Double Dragon, and you could play as every character in the game, and it was just really good animation, really good feel for the game, just fun, and tons of replay value because of all the characters you can unlock.
Damn.
So yeah, that's what's fun about checking out the history. Like so many people like probably listening to this right now didn't ever really see an Engage or a Zebo or whatever. It's fun to do this stuff. I think you find some really cool stuff tucked away. I know in the past another thing that I really loved. This made it onto Classics of Game like a month or two ago that I had seen, and then I immediately saw the first frame before I pressed play and went, "Hell yeah, it's this game." Was so during I used to do the exclusives. I would check out the obscure consoles exclusives, and my rule was literally just it doesn't matter what language it's in. I just want to try the game out. So I would go through the obscure consoles. Like nobody cares about the Nintendo exclusives. You already know what those are. Those aren't fun. But like, do you know what's on the Saturn as an exclusive? Probably not. Do you know about the 3DO exclusives? Probably not. So there's a point where we're going through a game, and I'm forgetting the name of it, but it starts off with two dudes. They're in a museum, and I want to say it's called the Cubic Museum, but it's two English dudes talking. This is a Japanese only game. They're talking, and they hear a woman's voice, and it's just like, Eddie, you have to help me. And it's like, what? Who said that? And it's the Mona Lisa, and she starts crying, and they get like really silly because it's FMV sucked into the Mona Lisa, and it's just
I mean,
that was such an experience to happen on stream of just I don't know what's going on, and I would love to play more of this, but it's all in Japanese, the text, so I can't play this. But it's finding that for like 10 minutes just to play that and just be like, what is going on in this game? And it's like immediately you see that at the start of the game. Is why I love just checking out all the really like deep cut stuff. It's so much fun to just have no clue what you're jumping into and then be like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, speaking of not knowing what you're jumping into, I've been keeping track of something while you've been talking. I'm just gonna slowly bring it up to my camera.
Let me see this.
Jewker, why do you think I've been keeping track of every time you have mentioned the DK rap?
Well, you see, it's probably because I said it as a joke that I was going to be like, oh, I'm just going to put this on every time. And I have secretly. Yeah. Every time I mentioned it, I just put it on again. No mention. I just had it on in the background. Nobody would hear it except me. But it was funny to talk about this eventually. And if you didn't mention it before we stopped, I would have mentioned that I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to put this on secretly every time that the DK rap is. I'm just gonna do a full listen of it. It was off cam, just moving the mouse over, just like play.
Jewker, it's been great.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
Thanks for doing this. I guess I'm gonna sign off. As we said, twitch.tv/thejewker. I'm Jeff. There's underscores. There's stuff. I should fix the name, but I'm lazy. You're at my YouTube, and